Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long goes 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug him. Long goes 1975.
Hey YouTube, Lumboys Post 1975, and kind of a little impromptu video that I had no idea or any plan of making whatsoever. It's not a vlog video or anything like that, but I did want to put myself in front of a camera to kind of set up a very, very small chunk of gameplay. You know what it is because you've read the title. So basically, someone is working on an arcade port of the original Shinobi Arcade game from the arcades, walked into that one, for the SEGA Megadrive and or SEGA Genesis. Now, I didn't know this was a thing until yesterday. Well, I say yesterday, but time is irrelevant, isn't it, in the land of pre-uploaded videos. But we'll go with yesterday when I uploaded my Shadow Dancer Arcade versus SEGA Megadrive version. And I talk about the fact that in that in that video, I talk about the fact that the Megadrive version of the arcade machine is its own game entirely within itself and owes more to the original, Shinobi Arcade game than it does to being a port of the arcade machine. Possibly was that because we never got a port of the original Shinobi game. And that's always bugged me and always struck a chord with me. And not just me, but a lot of people. And I'd love to know if it did with you. Because, there were various games that didn't come with the system that we thought we would have got at the start. Shinobi was an obvious one, Space Harrier was an obvious one, and so was Outrun. We got Outrun eventually in 1991, but the Mega Drive was released in 1988. Outrun, is 86, Shinobi is 87, Space Harrier is 85. All right, we got Space Harrier 2, but it's not the same. But these are big games you thought would have been launched with the system and showed up on other systems. I mean, obviously all three showed up on the PC Engine. But one that really, really irked me was, why didn't we get Shinobi? Obviously, as I mentioned in the previous video, we got Super Shinobi, or Revenge of Shinobi. The cool kids have Super Shinobi, because you get all the characters that are bumped out for the West. As do I. And it's a fantastic game, don't get me wrong. It's one of my favourite Mega Drive games. It's one of the best Mega Drive games, regardless of the fact that it's a very early launch. But it is not Shinobi. Surely the Mega Drive could have done an amazing port of Shinobi. You've only got to look at the PC Engine. PC Engine is a fantastic machine, but I think it's safe to say that the Mega Drive could have pipped it, if only because it had better sound, and the cartridge size would have allowed for a full port of the arcade game, which was obviously missing levels on the PC Engine because of the size of the hue cards. Well, as I said, a development team called Tryphon, I think that's how you pronounce it, are working on a version of Shinobi. Didn't know this was a thing till one of the people left a comment in that video I talked about yesterday, so I had to play it. I had to play it. I found it. It's pretty easy to find. You just need to basically type in Shinobi port for the Mega Drive Genesis, and you'll get a link to a thread where you can drill down and get the ROM. The ROM is a very, very short, incomplete version of the first level. You have got no magic. There is no sound and there is no music, and you cannot leave the stage. But the bad guys will keep coming if you want to, check it out and see the animation and stuff like that, and graphics. So I wanted to play it just to show you, and I had to talk about it because, like I said, it was one thing that really irked me, that we never got a port of one of my favourite, and a lot of people's favourites, 80s Sega arcade games. Shinobi, it was legendary. Why didn't we get a port? Because PC Engines back then, not a lot of people had them. So I'm going to show you it. Take it with a pinch of salt. Sorry that you will hear background noise. And yeah, there's not much I can show, but I had to put it out there just to show you, because this is mind-blowing for me. And it's one of those things that, very rarely do you get to sum up something with one phrase, and this covers it all. Better late than never. Let's have a look. So here we go, we're jumping straight into it. It's a very early, beta, as I said, so there is no intro, there's no sound, it's a display of lives, your magic. How you haven't even got magic. But what do we notice right off the bat? Tell me that does not look, dare I say it, arcade perfect. You can jump up and down. You've got a banister on the top. There's parallax scrolling in the background on the top. It looks just like the arcade in the sense that you've got the buildings. Look at the animation. Look at the bad guys. All the bad guys are here. You've got your ninja kids or kid ninjas to rescue. Look at the darts. The way the darts spin around. This is, for all intents and purposes, just looking like looking at the arcade. I'm sorry. This is a childhood dream come true. I'm very, very excited right now. Look. Hit the shield, hit the shield, hit the shield, hit the shield, kick in the nuts. This is, I cannot wait till this comes out. Look, the way they die, the way they collapse over, the way they run. Oh, the background details, deja vu and stuff. Fantastic. I cannot tell you how chuffed I was when I downloaded this ROM to play it. It's just, it's awesome sauces. Like I said, that's it. This is the end of the game. You cannot leave, but however, you do have the animation that you would do to walk into a cave or jump up to the platform. But what you can do, if you just want to rinse and repeat, just to suck and, and basically analyze for yourself how close this is to the arcade, you can just keep... Oh, I got shot. I'm still disappointed, even though it's just a beta. You can just keep going. Every time you die, it resets, so you have to collect the kids again. Like I said, it's not about playing this demo. If you want to get any sort of, gameplay... well, feeling for a game, I should say. It's just a, well, dare I say, a tech demo. It's to give you a feel for, the work they've done and how good this is. And based on this, I can say these people, Tryphon, this is amazeballs. This has made my day. This has made my bloody year. So yeah, I mean, as I said, that's what this video is about. It's kind of impromptu and off the cuff. But what do you think? I'm telling you, this looks just like the arcade to me. So as I said, it's very, very crude. Don't let that take anything away. It's a 1.0 beta, and the fact that while they're still working on this, let us have a look at this game. Like I said, missing sound, magic, stuff like that. Only the first level. Stunning is the words I'm looking for. Stunning. Is it better than a PC Engine? Well, you decide. Here's a quick look at the PC Engine first level. Obviously ignore the fact that it's got music and sound. So why am I showing you the PC Engine version? That's quite simple, because outside of the arcade, the PC Engine version is the best home port. And it's kind of a Mandela effect thing going on, which is if you haven't played this recently, I mean very recently, then you remember it being a lot closer to the arcade than it actually is. It's not a bad version, but what did you notice immediately? The sprites in the Megadrive version are far bigger, far better animated, and look far closer to the arcade. All the colour palette in this is way off, but the Megadrive one, they've made it look like the arcade. In fact, the upper deck even has the banister. So yeah, I had to show you this because obviously this has got sound, but look how squatty and small the sprites are. Don't get me wrong, I love PC Engine Shinobi, but having just seen what I've seen, and hopefully you'll agree, on the Mega Drive, you can see that this pales in significance, and we all held this on such a high, pillar of accuracy. Clearly, at least to me, it looks better. Majorly better. Looks like the arcade machine. The PC Engine's very close, but it's not arcade perfect. This looks like the arcade machine, albeit at its early stages. So I'm so excited for the finished product. Don't know if it's going to be free. Hell, I'll pay for it. I don't care. But look at it. The animation, everything. It looks like Shinobi the arcade game. So this is a silly little short vlog and or gameplay that I had to do simply because this really did blow my mind, and I would love to know what you think. Were you disappointed that we didn't get Shinobi on the Mega Drive back in the day? Did it not bother you? And how do you feel about this all these years later? Love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.